Good afternoon, friend. Today I'm going to talk about how to write a letter, especially for the IELTS purpose only, because I'm doing the writing section. It is the third episode. So what I'm going to teach and what I'm going to talk you today, it's about how to write a letter. Okay, there's a different ways, different kind of letters are there, formal, informal letters. So I'm just talking you to what, like, the formal letters, like uh, this will help you to write or cover a lot of topics, like writing a business letter or writing a letter for writing a letter to the principal or any offices, any government departments, or like that. So the whole idea here is, okay, to get more marks in IELTS test, okay, in English language test, okay, which you need. So as I said, because my point of view is always to get a highest marks in English language test, in international English language test that you are looking for. The whole idea is to get more marks, okay. You can hone your skill by doing more practice and more everything, okay. So if you are in taking a lessons or somewhere else, they will give you different format, different topics to write a letter, and then they mark and they check the grammar and everything. But in the online classes like this, we can't do much here. So what I'm going to tell you from the marking point of view, where the marks are and where you have to look forward. So some people complain, oh, by my English, because maybe my grammar was not good, maybe I have a lot of mistakes, that's why I didn't get the marks. No, the question is that the marks are distributed evenly for all the different states. So as a marker, we know that where the marks are. So you have to target those points. If you keep in your mind that you have to do these things, your mark will straight away it goes up, okay. Your grammatical mistake not gonna kill you as much, but if you're writing a letter, if you just follow as a writing format, nobody gonna give you mark over there more than like the lowest you can get. But in this format you can get the most marks you are looking for. So so this is just a letter, somebody is writing to a person, maybe he's an accountant or something, to release a financial statement about his company and all the stuff. So what are the steps that you have to take to get the maximum marks and to make a like more informative letters? So the first thing is that you have to put your address here, okay. You can put your name, but that's not necessary, it's up to you. Even if you put, that's not wrong, but you have to write your address here, okay. The address is like I have just formal, I have taken, so this address, okay. So you have to write the address, the street address should be there, okay. Your suburb and city where you live and the pin code, and one you can put a date here as well, and you can put the date here as well. Both are right, both are not, but definitely put a gap between these two, okay. You should have a gap, okay. Don't all in a straight line, and you will definitely, there's no space. So you put the date here, okay. So as soon as you put this, you already got 1 marks, okay. You put this date, you get half marks here already, okay. So then you have to come back to the person you are writing, okay. So to Mr. Tom Smith, hypothetical name, it's just for the sake of you understand. Mr. Tom Smith, his company name, ABC Pti Limited, okay. Then his street address, okay. Then his suburb, and then his pin code. So when you, here is the name. So when you follow this, okay, you straight away got 1 marks, okay. So when you write this in a correct format and the correct address, then regarding or subject, okay, you can do regarding or you can subject, whatever you feel like, okay. If you write, and if you this has to be very short, okay. It just covers what you want to tell him, so that because the person working in a company, they are busy, they're not gonna, they decide with the subject which matter is urgent and non-urgent, okay. So if you say okay, financial, issuing a financial statement, short, informative, and they know, okay, somebody's, okay, who is this, okay, he is Sanjeev, okay, it's Kathy, he wants her financial statement, let's read this article, it's not gonna, it's maybe urgent or something, okay. So as soon as you put this one, you get half marks here, okay. So issuing a financial statement, So see, even you haven't started your letter writing yet. You have not started your letter writing, but you already see how many marks are already there. 1, 2, you already got 3 marks. Okay. So then you have to the salutation. Okay. This is called salutation. Okay. Salutation. Okay. So as soon as you put the salutation, half marks is here. Straight away took it. Man, so marks are there already flooding. You have to just know where to get the marks. And then this is the opening statement we call. Okay, we call this opening statement. Opening statement, or a lot of people say different thing. Okay, so this is the opening statement. I hope you're doing great. Or you can write thank you for your time on the phone. Okay, any kind of things like you're not straight away going into the matter, but you're giving a few words to say hi, hello, and all those things, just for the customer building or customer relationship, or rapport building, whatever you say. So as soon as you write I hope you're doing great, you already collected half marks here. Okay, that means the marker is know that okay, he have done this. Okay, half marks is here. What format, what wording you do doesn't matter. Okay, then you have to give the reason for writing a letter in a very short statement, because reading this, then the person gonna, Mr. Tom, gonna identify which issue is urgent or not, or they have to post forward letter or do it just now. So I'm writing you to request you to release a financial statement to Mr. John Smith. Okay, so maybe he is buying a business. Okay, maybe he's trying to take a loan, maybe doing something, and he Mr. John Smith is requested the financial statement. So what I've signed Kathy. Okay, so what Kathy is telling his accountant or whoever it is, financial planner or anybody, so Mr. Tom, so can you please release that financial statement to Mr. John Smith? So now Tom now know what is this all letter about. So as soon as you put the reason why you're writing the letter, so you get 1 marks here. Okay, so then you write a reason. Okay, financial statement. Then in that comes the detail part. Okay, detail the reason why you want to release. Okay, because Mr. Tom Smith is your financial accountant, whatever. So they already have your confidential information, because you're writing about the financial statement. So what you're saying, Mr. Tom, I'm looking forward to buy a new car, and John Smith is the financial broker or anything, and I need a loan, and so that reason I didn't write all the reasoning here because it just took in too much space. We don't have that much space here. So you are giving that detailed reasoning. Okay, I need I'm borrowing money from John Smith is my finance broker. I'm buying a boat, I'm buying a car, I'm buying a bicycle, whatever, and I need a loan, so he need to access my financial statement. So can you just give him my financial statement, and then you can give the reason. The financial statement should cover my liability and assets, my last year profit and loss details, and my business detail. So this will go max, you can break into 3 paragraphs. 1, 2, 3. Minimum you have to break 3 paragraphs. Okay, so if you break 3 paragraphs, so you got 3 marks here. Okay, so then the important part is that it be based on the letter. You need to give the John Smith full address. As soon as you give the John Smith full address, so you got one marks. Okay, so after giving the reason, then you give the John Smith full address. Okay, John Smith, Mr. John Smith, and that has to come under the body part of the letter. Okay, so you give John Smith, Mr. John Smith, XYZ Private Limited, 246 Street, Perth 6000, WA 6000, and then you give his phone number, then his give email address. Okay, so John Smith at XYZ company, whatever. So you give this, as soon as you give this email address, okay, and everything full address, you got 1 marks. And closing statement or conclusion, you write, I appreciate your help, thank you for, I appreciate your help, and I'm looking forward to your kind consideration or kind cooperation in this matter. So there's a different format. You can Google it, or you can learn when you practice more later writing. So you said, okay, I appreciate help and kindly supporting in this matter or in this regard. As soon as you do give this, you get another half marks here. Okay, then yours sincerely and your name, you get half marks here. So what I'm trying to say here is that that's how the marker give you the marks. Okay, after that, whatever marks after that, they're gonna go mark, okay, this is a grammatical mistake and this and that. So whatever remaining, these marks they have to give it. Okay, as a marker, as a marker, we have to give the student these marks. Okay, we can't control. What we can control, instead of half, we can give instead of 1 here, I can give you half. Instead of 1, I can give you half. But still, you see how much marks you have already collected by just doing this. So you got 1 marks here, half marks here, half marks 2, 3, okay, half 4, okay. So you got 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, okay, 9, 10. So see, 10 marks you have collected. Okay, so what they can do, they can reduce 10 to 6 to 4, okay, 6 to 5 to 4. That's the minimum they can go. They can't go lower than that. So you see, without even see how the marks has gone. So you already collected 10 marks just following the process. What I'm saying is that the letter writing is just not if you think that just by following my grammar or English or my, that's not going to help you. You have to follow all these patterns, all these steps. Like when you do the maths, you have to follow all the steps. Similarly, in the letter writing, you have to follow all the steps. If you don't follow all the steps, you're not going to get the marks. So in order to conclude again, so I will say, if you follow this format, this is the standard format for all the formal letters. Okay, like whether you're writing a letter to the principal, like writing to the government department, environment offices, any parliament, any parliamentarian, any politicians, or anybody, okay, and your accountant, your counselor, whatever. So this is the standard format. Okay, some will put this address both in the same line, some will do this, some will do the middle, but that doesn't matter. Okay, your style doesn't matter, the matter is the content. Okay, so I'll tell you the first step in letter writing is step 1. Okay, step 1 is write your address. Okay, that's your address. Okay, step 2 is like a date. Okay, see, step 2 is date, a date, and a step 3 is the person you're writing to. Okay, that's again the address to person. Okay, so this is step 3. Step 4 is your subject. Okay, step 5 is your salutation. Okay, salutation. Okay, then step 6 is the opening step. Then you see opening statement. Okay, and then step 7 is step 7 is body. Okay, step 8 is depending on the letter, you might not have the John Smith address in the letter, but step is the closing statement and your signature. So step 8 is closing statement, and step 9 is your signature. Now you can take step 10. So again, so there's a 10. I'm saying there's a 10 step to follow. First step is your address. Second step is your date. Third thing is to addressee address, like whom you're writing to the letter to. Complete address. Okay, it should look like complete address. Although you make up the street number, everything, but it should to the reader it gives the assumption that that address is correct. Okay, valid address. Then you write the subject. Okay, the subject is number step 4. Then you give the salutations, then you give the opening statement, then you give the reasoning of the body and everything, and then you give your closing statement, your sincerely, your faithfully, whatever, and then your signature. So these are the steps you have to follow to collect the good marks. Okay, So friend, hope you like this video, and if you're practicing, watch this video. My YouTube channel is Penhill Partners. My Facebook page is also Penhill Partners. I'm just introducing, I'm just in the process of build up, as many videos I can do. Okay, so please enjoy, like your page, and whatever as I said, if you can share with people who wants help. And this is all free. I'm not asking any money. I'm not asking you to like or subscribe or anything. If you will, you can, but I'm not here after money. I'm just wanted to help people to understand, instead of paying too much money to here and there. It's all you can do is that if you practice, okay, and you can get it well. So if I can help in that process, I'm happy. And best of luck. It's just getting messy because I'm not a professional video maker or YouTuber or anything like that. It's just my mobile phone, or and this is one of the writing board that I have. Based because this based on that, I'm giving you whatever I have, and I will keep adding more videos for you to watch and to follow, and just to do a self realization, or can self practicing, whatever you can just do, and see whether you follow all this stuff. If you go to a proper, if you pay more money and go to the professional, they might give you in-depth one-to-one interactions where they can show you what is it. But moral of the story is that if you follow, this is the background, this is the basic that you have to build. I have built my basic with this one. As a result, I didn't have to struggle. Even if I go and sit IELTS, I will be able to score whatever I need. Okay, so I'm not making you to score like the top highest marks, but I'm saying that if you follow my pattern, you will get the desired result, and it will help you, will boom your chances. Whether you are struggling to pass the test, it will boom your chances to get the result. Thank you, and have a good day.